It's one of these films again, but how are we? You know what I mean? Here it is. It's the Mars and Cancer, and I mean, there's a lot of super sensitivity going on, and I think I got it right when I said, and so this is going to be released on the new, the full moon. You have to get in touch with your more psychic self, but there's just a lot to be purged of shadow before people start to get into their higher vibrational frequency capability to start to be able to be there for people, especially in these times right now. A lot is going on with Mars in Cancer. Um, for me, being a Martian person, Mars ruled, I feel it. I get on here and I'll talk about it and say, well, it would be nice to see it's the same as wouldn't mankind like a little relief? And they do. They get it plenty. Something has made women their fucking relief, and it's like, babes, women can be Martian too. In fact, women have a masculine side deep within them. And don't you think that they need relief too? Oh my God. Having said that, I would love to express to you what I just said. Men have a core to them that is deeply feminine. There is a woman in there that is their core. This is the way that God has made it here, if you want to know. Sorry, this chair that I'm on, and I am sick and tired of being stuck here. I want something to do physically. And that's just my fault. It's my fault. I need to get out and force myself to do things. I have to do yoga. See, it's a little bit of different life. See, I used to work really hard physically. And I remember towards the end of it falling apart really is when I couldn't keep up with my bills very well. It was a trip, and I went through such a time. Now, yeah, it was about 4 years ago, right? Where it was not that it has been gotten any better. I don't feel that way anymore, though, um, of of like this constant collapsing, where it's like, who's afraid of collapsing? I've experienced it fucking 3 times today over again, and it's like, don't you notice how God holds you together with a thread and tries to keep telling you, well, can you notice that the bigger picture is that something is collapsing and it's not just a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, little lady. Oh, how terrible. How terrible. I kicked her. Hmm. See what's happening with my little girl here. We're watching the regimen of food. See, I don't believe that a cat can overeat themselves to death. They're trying to say that on the internet. They're trying to say, oh, um, this is the way you should dish it out and stuff like that. It's like no, this is one of the things we love about these particular animals, cats. See, a goat will overeat itself. Goats are known to do that. They can get so like they can fill themselves up too much, and then on top of that, they get gas, which I was living on a farm to where this happened one time, and they got into the bin there, and they eat a bunch of food, and it was like there for, and so then their guts got, well, one ram, his guts got so big, it was in pain, because of the gas. And this is the thing that could kill some animals, and they'll eat them when it does that. I mean, you eat your animals when they die of something that it's not poisoning, but it's that kind of thing. But see, that's meat there. But anyway, I had a friend at the time. He was kind of, we were hooking up and getting together, and he kept showing me he knew things that were just, I was like, whoa, man, everybody was, he taught a lot of people things. Well, he came over to the ranch, while he was kind of hunting me down, I guess, and he was like, no, I know what to do with this, I'm gonna check it out. And so, um, uh, the goat was in such pain with this bloated belly. See, the goat is the only one that I know that will eat itself to death. Not a cat. Dogs won't either. See, what happens is they eat themselves, meat eaters particularly. They eat until they're fat, and then they walk away from it, and they have um, a very short gut and stomach. I think it's mainly stomachs. If it's a dog, they have like 6 stomachs, and they don't even chew. They just gulp, and then their stomachs chew it up, and they're kind of running on that, and it's the industry that is creating further problems for just domestic animals that then it shows up on the internet and then they say, this is the reason why it happens. It's because you've overfed your animal. You should be sure, especially if they're young, as these, and they're, of course, we're dishing them out what? The industrial foods. Otherwise, if it's the mom, their little mama, the cat. Sorry, I'm watching to see what she does. Oh, look at how cute she is. She's so cute. I love her so much. See, some of this food you do have to watch out. It has addictive qualities for them in it. It's junk food. And then it makes them want to eat more and more. And they just go in a frenzy. And then after a while, they don't want other food that's actually better for them. Right? It's the same shit that they're pulling on humans, man. Thanks for listening to this. Because the thing that's really important to know and point out this phenomenon, it's sad because it's on YouTube where you don't get the real cause of the symptoms. You only see the symptoms, and then they give you a fake cause, like I said, that you're supposed to believe that you have overfed your animal. Nah, nope. They stop eating when they've gotten plenty enough, and then they go and they sleep and they grow and they excrete and then they do it again. It's normal for puppies and cats to have a fat little belly after they've eaten, but see, it's not normal for it to get so big that this is what my friend had to do with the goat. Did I tell you the story already? Is that you get a pin, a big large pin, and you have to know exactly where the gastrointestinal tract is, I guess, wherever the gas could be caught, and you stick it into the belly, right, literally there, and let it come out that way. Isn't that weird? A certain kind of pen that has a hole in it, I suppose, He didn't do that. He just stuck a damned thing and it came out on its own. Hardly any blood at all. There was like a little ballooning that happened with the skin. Anyway, uh, the anatomy of animals and us and everything, the way it works is kind of weird, and it could be like done that way. See, we poke a hole in our stomach just to feed people that, or right here is where they'll put a lot of, or a breathing tube. I'm sorry, but anyway, God, this video, I don't think I'm going to be putting this up. I'm actually doing this to alleviate pain. I'm somebody who is highly creative. I've done creative things to not numb pain out. It gets rid of it. When you do things like play your music, you can start forgiving people when it starts to reward you in the right way. When you get the right rewards from it, see. Now we'll pick on narcissists now because they they have a trouble getting those rewards. It doesn't make sense to them. Poor things, they don't feel that well. I don't know. I don't want to be in their shoes. I think some of it is programming. A lot of it is. They were shown something. They were around too much. They were around people that weren't feeling good either. They probably thought that it was all about teaching somebody else something, like, especially if they have kids, and it's all about people, basically, bottom line. And it's like, no, it's all about giving people enough freedom. It's about love. And when there's freedom going on, love is in the room. It's, and I didn't just say that everything's out of control and you don't know how to protect people by setting boundaries, but the truth has plenty of good boundaries for you. If you do it wrong, it's gonna fucking punish your ass. People don't understand that. It's like, well, God isn't a punishing God. It's like, bullshit. The simplest truths will be very punishing if you say that they don't exist, especially. Especially if you don't obey it. If you don't obey that there is a rock on the trail and there's the cliff on the other side, you have to turn left. I mean, this is just a truth. It's the same for everybody. It's the same for everybody. Then first of all, see, if you're going to try to tell people that it's not the same for everybody, this is what I love about the nature of the truth, really. It's like, you're not safe for the kids. You can't convince them that there isn't a rock on the trail. They're going to think that you're dangerous. You want them to trip. And then not only that, there's a cliff on the other side. They're going to go straight off. And it's like, is there somebody here that sees what I see here, what we need? is bewit, bewitness, be with it. Um, See, the word with has the word wit in it. And everybody knows that the word wits comes from the word witnesses. And see, if you are not from the member of the Catholic Church, you know it takes wits to just be a witness. It's like, nope, saw that baby. And it's like this. Well, back in the day of Christ, um, they didn't talk much about Christ. No, no, especially not Christ themselves. It was probably known that they would eventually kill her. You know what I mean? It's kind of like me when I go out every day. I'm like, I don't know. I know how to blend in, but I'm getting sick and tired of not being able to pour into people and agitate them with something that they'll never be, which is just love and say and say and just and say and say and say. I mean, I remember one time I was walking through and I could just see this scenario. My eyes open, I could see. It doesn't mean that it's peaches and cream. I can see everything. No, actually, shit is about to hit the fan, and I see every little fuck. Okay, and there's where it came from, and look at the blade that it's hitting. And now you think, oh no, actually, let's watch it go this way. And no, actually, no, go over there. Oh, here comes some shit. Now it actually decided to turn around and go away. It said, boy, that thing is not penetrable as far as bullshit coming at her. So then I go to the store and I notice, there's something going on. Like, okay, so there's a fucking family there, and this guy, he's just a narcissistic fucking. He's tired as fuck. He's tired of not really knowing. I mean, I don't know where his fucking leader is, but I didn't see it. He was just, I don't know what he was doing with those little girls. But I gathered by the time I was getting near the water spigot, and I'm turning the corner, I could tell that this was their father, and I could tell that there's one little girl more awakened than the other. I could tell that they were listening to his shit and thinking, why do we have to hear it like this? And then I could tell that one of them was like way back going, why do I have to wonder why that I'm fucking hearing it like that? Like why do I have to wonder why that I'm wondering that I got to hear it like that? And I kind of said, don't be a Luke Skywalker and something like that. And it got both of theirs attention, and they both looked. And I think it was like the right thing I said right there, because like what I said was, don't be a Luke Skywatcher. I said. Anyway, thanks for listening. I don't know if I'm going to post this. I feel good because I have relentless love in my life. It does try to help me, and it's just here as a good friend, and I understand that. But you know what? I have to get a better support system together that isn't just that one other friend. It's not fair for that person. It's not fair for anybody. This social media is supposed to do something for us. Not only that, it's supposed to be really remarkable. I don't know if this is happening already, but I promise you, if I do something remarkable, if I can take care of myself, all I have to do is see, God said is just, you need to do yoga. I haven't been doing yoga. I'm so sorry. I am sorry because my body hurts from not doing it. It's the breathing part. I can't explain to you, but I'm an energetic being. I'm electrical, and I was just trying to tell you in the beginning. Yeah, it sounds pathetic, but no, no, this could happen to everybody. Where, see, I like I said, I'm used to the physical hard work, and boy, and I remember it can feel like bondage if you have to do it, especially like when you're doing it for money. But the thing is, as far as the yard work thing that I used to do, that I would still do, but see, people don't take me seriously. They don't know that it's like, babe, I would come back and do it every year. All I need is like 12 people to hear me out up here. You would think that would come together for me, right? But see, the people that live up here, they already have their shit together. Their family does it, or maybe a friend does it, or they do it themselves, But then there's the business owners, people up here who are doing Airbnb, and and then there's landlord people too, which is kind of the same. They want to get things done without being here, lickety split, and um, so it's hard for us locals to get a respectable, like a regimen into us. They are shopping for the best deals, and because I'm a rarity as far as going around and advertising and really getting it together and getting that done, especially me, babe. It's just like it doesn't take much for me. I'm not asking for much. And see, they don't take me seriously. I can tell you the funniest stories because the truth is, I do the same amount of hard work than 6 foreigners or Mexicans that have a dump truck even. I just take my time and I say I'm getting paid. They're saying they're getting paid they want $175 an hour, and I say, give me $25 an hour. And they kind of laugh at me. And I say, no, let me work for 1 hour, and then you start thinking in your head, what can she do? See, I won't work any more than 4 hours a day. And that's only $100. You will see that I have gotten half the work done. And then you will see their minds starting to go cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. So my landlord wants $800 or $600, depends on what I find for them, and she's only going to charge me fucking $300. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Shauna. Sure, sure. Oh, can I give you a tip? Sure. Here's a $60 tip. It just went up to $300 for me because I got it done, and I don't want to be there long. I don't want to pick my nose. I learned by a master up here who taught me how to do it. Right. Every single move that I do is so efficient that by the time I'm leaving it, I'm done. I don't come back for a pile or nothing. And but I didn't just say it's not physically taxing, but there's a way you do it to where it actually helps your body. That's how I kind of stayed in shape. I'm 50 years old and I look great. I love going out and working my legs, going up and the hill to down the hill to you know, and now I'm not doing that. But see, I know what it was to be a kid and free and stuff. And so I did it a couple days ago and I feel so much better. I sprinted. I kneeled down, I did some jumping jacks and I sprinted up my driveway and when it came to the steep part, the hardest part that everybody would say, oh fuck that. No, I fucking it was hard on me, but I fucking said, no, try harder, I try harder. I went up and I fucking made a circle, and I jogged around a couple times and but it's best to do this. For me, I'm an Aries rising, and for the human spirit, babes, for human beings, you must get physical exercise, or you're gonna get so sick, you're gonna get depressed, you're gonna fuck yourself up with your mind. Your mind alone, yeah. Because my mind alone has lately, it's been kind of stopping me. It's just like, here's your chance to do yoga. Do you see it? But you didn't do it. Yay! The devil got its way. The mind. So pray for me. Pray for me that I just jump into it. See, here's the thing. I want my creative life fully. See, and what I'm saying is that, see, you don't. A lot of people. This is where we're at. Is like, do you want to get into your? Do you want to be the best version of you and still not be able to fucking have a single dime to do what you know you gotta do? There's a lot that you gotta do in the higher version of yourself. And how is that gonna come together when money, really having no money, really it's what money has people, really creative people, fucking absolutely, people are sitting on them and they're saying, oh, you need a job? They don't see your creative life. They're just like, well, come here, empty my trash cans and mow the lawn. But it's like, and so money wins, right? Yeah, you see it a lot. You see it a lot. And see, the thing is there's this battle for that there's the worry that AI is going to make humans go extinct. And yeah, it doesn't mean that there isn't anything still tooling about here with no IQ level at all. They don't know how to write their own stories. They don't know how to mix their own primary colors up to get all the rest of the colors. They don't know how to play music themselves. They don't know how to build a diddly squatting things themselves. They're going to use a stencil, and AI does it for them, and it's all going to be a stencil, never original, and the materials suck. They can't originally mine a goddamned golf ball through a gutter if their lives depended on it. They couldn't form a bead of sweat if we really needed the moisture and it was 120 degrees. Adopt that saying, please, if you want children to want to be you. Here comes 1955, 56, 1957. Imagine those people. some of them, they had the Pluto era. And in Leo, it kind of went from Virgo and it went to Leo for a while, and then it went back to Virgo. That was in 1957 that it was in Leo a while. Those people are trippy because they're kind of futuristic, but it went back into Virgo for the rest of the 70s or for the 50s until about the 60s, and then things got really weird with are we really being clean with um, using that kind of genre of music to express whatever spirituality with what? At least it wasn't too full of alcoholism back then.